Welcome to Bike Focus Reviews, where we ride, research, and reveal the truth behind the latest two-wheeled machines. Today, we're tackling one burning question. Is the 2025 Kawasaki KLR 650R still the undisputed king of adventure bikes? You might think you know the answer, but there's something about this bike in 2025 that'll surprise even the die-hard KLR fans. Stick around, because in this video, we'll uncover something you never even imagined. And before we begin, drop a comment. Do you think the KLR still rules the ADV world? Let's debate it. Legacy of a legend. Why the KLR still matters. Let's start with what made the KLR iconic in the first place. This isn't just another dual sport, it's a cult classic. Since the late 1980s, riders from Alaska to Argentina have trusted the KLR to take them anywhere and back. And in a market flooded with tech-heavy, high-maintenance ADV machines, the KLR stood as a simple, reliable workhorse. But here's the hook. Even in 2025, in a world filled with AI, electric bikes, and electronic suspensions, the KLR 650R still sells out in certain markets. That's not nostalgia. It's proof that Kawasaki built something nearly untouchable in value, purpose, and durability. People still ride KLRs across continents. Why? Because it just works. No BS, no breakdowns, just freedom on two wheels. What's new in 2025? Minor tweaks or major shifts? Hold on, because this is where things get interesting. The 2025 KLR 650R hasn't undergone a dramatic overhaul. But what Kawasaki did tweak shows they're listening to real riders. The bodywork has sharper lines, the windscreen is slightly taller, and the new black and white polished color scheme screams rugged class. But the real shocker? A newly refined fuel injection map that improves throttle response at mid-RPMs. That alone fixes one of the biggest complaints from previous years. And yes, they've made the ABS even more responsive off-road. Small changes? Maybe. But when you're thousands of miles from the nearest town, small changes save big rides. Performance and ride quality, where it still shines. You might think the KLR's 652 cubic centimeters single-cylinder engine is outdated in 2025. But here's the deal, it's not supposed to be fast, it's supposed to be dependable. And it still is. Smooth torque delivery, rock-solid gearing, and a balanced frame make it perfect for riders who want confidence, not chaos. And here's something most reviewers won't tell you. The 2025 KLR feels better tuned than ever. That subtle improvement in low-end torque? It makes climbing trails, passing traffic, and riding with gear way smoother. You won't win drag races, but you'll win the long game. And isn't that what ADV is about? Off-road capability. Has anything changed? Adventure begins where the road ends. So, how does the 2025 KLR stack up off-road? Well, if you're expecting a lightweight enduro, you'll be disappointed. But if you want a true dual sport that can haul your gear, tackle dirt roads, rocky climbs, and everything in between, it delivers. Here's what blew us away. The upgraded suspension tune, especially the rear shock damping. Combined with the aggressive front tire tread Kawasaki now includes stock, the bike handles loose gravel and washboard roads more confidently than any previous KLR. This might just be the best trail-tuned version Kawasaki's ever released, without compromising that smooth highway ride. Long-distance touring, a true mule of a machine. Let's talk comfort. ADV riders don't just ride 20 miles. They ride 200 or 2,000. And the KLR 650R still excels here. The seat remains one of the most comfortable in its class, the handlebars are positioned for relaxed posture, and the updated windscreen helps reduce fatigue on long hauls. But here's where the 2025 model makes a quiet win. Kawasaki improved vibration dampening in the engine mount and foot pegs. That means less buzzing in your hands and feet after hours on the road. It's a small upgrade with a huge impact for cross-country riders. Would you take this bike across America? Thousands already have, and still are. Tech and features, simple, but not stupid. This is where many ADV bikes overdo it. Massive TFTs, radar cruise control, modes you never use. Not the KLR. Kawasaki knows its core audience. So what do you get in 2025? A practical digital dash, USB charging, improved LED lighting, switchable ABS, and that's it. But here's the twist. Kawasaki added an optional NAV-ready digital bracket with Bluetooth compatibility. That's right, you can mount your phone or GPS, connect via the new bar switch, and hit the road with smart tools that don't break or confuse you. Simple, rugged, functional, fuel economy and maintenance, the wallet saver. Adventure is expensive, but the KLR 650R helps you stretch every dollar. With a 1-gallon tank and an average of 55 miles per gallon, this bike will easily take you 300 plus miles on a single fill-up. In a world of $30,000 ADV bikes, the KLR still gives you the most distance per dollar. And the crazy part? Even with EFI, maintenance remains dead simple. No valve headaches every 3,000 miles. No fancy diagnostics. You can work on this bike with basic tools, on the side of the road, in the middle of nowhere. If freedom had a maintenance schedule, this bike rode it. Price and value, the real MVP of 2025. Let's talk dollars. In 2025, while most adventure bikes start at $14,000 plus, the KLR 650R still comes in around $8,000. For that price, you get a proven engine, global parts availability, touring capability, and off-road chops. That's not value, it's robbery in your favor. But here's the kicker, used KLRs are still holding value better than expected. Why? Because riders know what they're getting. The 2025 model adds just enough refinement to make it more modern, but not so much tech that it loses its soul. Downsides. Is the KLR 650R still for everyone? Let's be honest, this bike isn't for everyone. If you want speed, electronic rider aids, or lightweight dirt bike flickability, look elsewhere. It's heavy, basic, and slower than many rivals. And while Kawasaki has improved the dash and suspension, some might call it outdated compared to European ADV bikes. But here's the truth, those downsides are exactly why people love the KLR. It's not trying to be anything it's not. It's raw, real, and built to last. The kind of bike that laughs at breakdowns, ditches software updates, and keeps moving when others quit. So, is the 2025 Kawasaki KLR 650R still the king of adventure bikes? In a world where bikes are getting smarter, lighter, and faster, the KLR remains something rare, a machine you can trust with your life, not just your weekend. It might not win races. It won't impress your tech-obsessed friends. But it'll take you farther, cheaper, and with fewer problems than almost anything else out there. For that reason, yes, it's still the king. Before you click away, tell us in the comments, what bike would you pick if you had one shot at a world tour? The KLR 650R or something else? Let's keep the conversation alive. And if you enjoyed this deep dive review, hit like, subscribe, and share this with your riding crew. You've been watching Bike Focus Reviews, where the road begins, but never ends.